ground to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now Newton on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Newton on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown. And now it's 2nd down. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. A nice pickup there at 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Back to throw, Newton. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Stewart on first down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. This will be caught at about the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And Newton's going to keep it. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid gain there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's the fullback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Saints.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Flainer, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
Yeah, he had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Flainer. And they'll run it here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Charles Johnson's stock in trade is coming off the edge and getting to the quarterback. He knows how to make some of those subtle moves inside to help in the run game, and he did it right there.
He's an athlete back in high school, played football, basketball, track, so he's a mobile guy.
Mobile guy, made a nice...
Now Brees lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because... This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third and long, it's Brees. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play. What friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. He's going to loft one, and that's caught inside the 30. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
On first down, Newton. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And here we go on first and goal. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Jonathan Stewart, a 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Brees now on first down. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. From the gun, it's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's Breeze. Brought in left side by Snead. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. Play action. Breeze. He's got time. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because it's almost always...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. In tough starting field position here. They come up in an offset eye. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now a play fake. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got... him for a sack.
Cut his left. Cut his left. We got three, fellas. We got three. 180.
A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time. Newton to Benjamin. 62 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On play action, now Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. Third down here. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
When we watch Drew Brees practice, the thing that always strikes us is after every throw he makes, he continues to go through his progressions. You know, so he gets that muscle memory. Okay, in a game, if I don't have this throw I just made, I might have this one, I might have that one. It's amazing. One of the reasons he's come out so hot today, he's already seen it happen.
Second down following the incompletion. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Caught by Snead over the middle. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. 7 yards remaining here on third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll come out in the pistol. Breeze going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be third down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And he puts it through. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Newton now on second down. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Newton. Surveying the field. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a... He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll get 16 yards there, and the Saints are going to get a first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Breeze now. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? So that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncing.
Looking for Gannon. It's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And that will make this a 4-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack him. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Sheldon Rankins in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Newton. He's going to air one out. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That play was well cover, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find any yardage on that one.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Breeze to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff. This is Stewart. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Second down now after the pass completion. To the air again, Newton. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Newton on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Shift together here from the D-line. Second and 10, Newton again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Newton throwing again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Cameron Jordan with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Breeze now on first down. It's complete. Flainer, right side. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Brought in left side by Snead. He got 29 yards that time. In his career, he has a spell of 10 straight seasons, 4,000 yards or more. Only quarterback to do that. We're seeing more of it here in this one.
We better not take it for granted, because what we're watching, it's vintage Drew Brees, but it still is excellent.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
In the red zone this time. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Caught by Snead over the middle. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time. Newton to Benjamin. 61 yards. At 6'5", Kelvin Benjamin is so hard for defenses to deal with.
When you open up the dictionary and you look at that NFL definition of uncovering,
and he will take it across pass for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Again, we'll see the pistol here. He'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line.
Now Breeze lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Escaping the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Coney Ely. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin, 50 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller's sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
To throw, it's Breeze. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now Breeze. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This will be taken short, and this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Jarris Byrd. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.